Welcome to the EHshow, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network.
We checked his pulse. He's alive and well. If you're looking to feel like warm and fuzzy inside, like I'm your guy.
And I'm sure you threw me right under the bus.
Yeah, you're my dog. Woof.
Yeah, goaltending is the toughest position, I think, in all sports.
I think it's announcing.
Neil's dad's a dentist.
You're still pretty nimble at 43. It's not bad.
If I get called 46 years old one more time, I may leave.
What a great lesson in the alphabet.
Dude, you had like butter in your gloves.
That was a bad sneeze.
Often been imitated, never really duplicated.
We're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
And now, here's your host, the commissioner of the Eastern Hockey League, Neil Ravin.
Welcome back to the EShow. Good morning, Jake.
Hey, man.
Nice shirt today.
Thanks, dude.
I try to always get like a league logo, and you go that today?
This is my logo.
Okay.
Won a knee hockey tournament wearing this shirt. So
yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
We got a nice 5-team 2v2 knee hockey tournament. Knees are still chopped up, but I'm a champion. That's what matters.
Isn't the arena behind where you're sitting right now?
We reoriented the whole living room. We emptied it. We like put the couch in the hallway. We put the chair off to the side. We put the TV on the balcony, and we just repurposed the whole like huge living room into a knee hockey rink.
Gotcha. Because the ghost decoration is still behind you, and then you added a new picture this week.
No, that guy.
What is that?
That's the Collie. Nassau Coliseum, but
okay.
That's always been there.
Okay, but what is that picture?
This?
Yes.
That's the Coliseum.
Is it just No, I get that, but is it just a picture of it on a piece of paper?
Yeah, it's above a desk. No, it's like I don't know. It was like a giveaway. It was like on Fan Appreciation Night. I don't know. It's like on backing.
From this perspective,
yeah,
it looks like a piece of like computer paper.
It's laminated. It's got like it's got a little seal right there.
I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. But no, it was so we had a whole we had to have more space for 2v2.
I get it.
Yeah. Tournament MVP though. Not a big deal.
There's only 5 teams, so
golden goal.
Small deal. Big deal though. We're on the eve of another showcase, EHLP only, so let's start breaking it down with Around the EShow.
Let's take a look at what's going on around the EShow.
Of course, this wasn't originally planned. We can say that, right? That we had to add this in as the season has progressed. I don't feel, and maybe you can attest to this, I don't feel anxious. Like, not that I feel anxious when it comes to showcases, but there's like a gearing yourself up for the marathon that is a showcase.
Yeah, it's not a marathon.
I don't have that feeling.
It's only like 6 or 7 games, right?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say 6 or 7 hours, knowing you. But it's a little bit more than that. 6 games to be exact. It's really kind of like a day's work, if you will. First game starts at 9, and the last 2 games, if everything stays on schedule, should end at 5 and 5:10. It's like a 9 to 5 day.
Is it 2:25s?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So 9 a.m., 11 and 11:10, a smallish lunch break, and then we come back with one. Sorry, my math is all off here.
No, there's
I gotta look at this game. Yeah, there's 1:10. Sorry, there's only 1 o'clock and then 3:10. Yes. Because I was trying to factor in your lunch break. Are you bringing the lunch tomorrow, or are we using the gift card?
I'll probably dip in both wells.
Are you a double lunch guy when you can?
I just eat, dude.
If you had to have a double meal, is it breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
It's probably dinner.
Okay, because I have a friend who's also married, and there are nights when his wife will go to bed, and then he'll like order a second dinner.
Okay, you have a weird friend.
Dude, I'm not saying it's normal, right?
No,
but
it's
like,
really peculiar.
To me, like, when could you eat the second meal?
Well, here's the thing. Like, if I'm like still hungry at like 10, 11 o'clock, I'll just like work in a PB&J or a shake or something. Like, it's not like
But
I'm.
that's a second
normal.
dinner.
But it's not like a second. I don't know. It's like a late night snack. I don't know.
Okay,
but,
fair.
I'm gonna cook a dinner after the showcase tomorrow. Full time guy here.
Wow.
I'm gonna make some Italian roasted chicken and potatoes. Feel free to come over.
I probably won't, but anyways, kick it off at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Seahawks and Express. They've played one time so far. Seahawks won that game. With the Express, I think you can make the case that this Northeast Conference, you got three teams kind of bunched at the top between the Express, the Seahawks, and the Avalanche. You have the Wolves and Providence kind of in the middle, and Nor'easter, who you feel like they're on the verge of turning things around at 6, right? For the Express, though, they haven't won a game yet this season over the Seahawks and the Avalanche, and they play both of them tomorrow.
They'll get one of the two. That's my prediction for sure. They'll get one of the two.
Which one? Which one?
They'll get the Seahawks. I think the Avs take them again.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, I think it's just tough for the Seahawks, right? 9 a.m. drive from the Cape, that's a tough position to be in. I think you're gonna see a lot of teams probably go 1-1 tomorrow. But I hope every team goes 1-1 tomorrow. But yeah, I mean,
league guy.
I think the Express they need to win over one of those teams. Like right now, like if you look at the standings and they're up there, but like the Avalanche have lost 3 games, 2 of them are to the Seahawks. The Seahawks have lost 4 games, 3 of them have come outside regulation, one of them against the Avalanche, right? Avalanche lost to the Wolves, Seahawks lost to the Wolves, so did the Express, right? So I think the Express have not really established themselves as that number 1 team despite what the standings say. I think they played a really good game against the Avalanche yesterday, better than they played against the Wolves on Saturday. They're playing 1-goal games. They're not all going to go your way. They just played 5. They've played 5 straight 1-goal games, and I think tomorrow morning will be 6.
Well, I guess that's kind of my next question is you're in all these 1-goal games. Obviously, the Captain Obvious statement is if some of those results have flipped, the record looks different.
Oh yeah,
but at 12, at 12-2,
they don't deserve that Saturday game against the Wolves. They don't.
So is the 12-2-1 record potentially deceiving?
No, they have the best 2 goalies in the P. And when you have the best 2 goalies in the P, you have a chance to win every single game. Those guys are part of the roster, right? You just they may not have played their best hockey in the past 2 weeks or so. The Wolves outplayed them a couple times. Seahawks obviously outplayed them and won, but they have the best 2 goalies in the P show. The stats don't lie. Kieran Humphries is a 950 something. Colton Olish had a 49 save shutout. That's actually crazy. Coach Kyle said it. He's our record is what it is because we have the best 2 goalies in the league.
Who starts the playoff game tomorrow? I know it's not playoffs tomorrow, but
they'll go 1 and 2. But I right now Kieran goes 1. Kieran Humphries.
Okay, fair enough. That is hopefully for them because of just how big each matchup is. They each get 1 game tomorrow, right?
They will. Yeah.
What a way to kick off for you though, because I don't know if there's a team that loves you more than the Seahawks PT.
Yeah, I mean, especially last year. This is going to be my first real day with them. I didn't get to go to that game on the Cape because we were at the college series. So thanks a lot, Neil. But no, I'm super pumped up for that. I need to get back with the Seahawks P show. That bond was just insane last year. You remember game 1 against the Express? They win 4-0. I FaceTime you 3 hours after the game ends, and I'm sitting in the lobby at Tony Kent with 7 guys on the Seahawks P show team.
Go home.
I was, Neil. I was home.
Tony Kent Arena.
Oh, yeah.
That's 9 a.m. though. Seahawks Express. What a way to kick off the day. Only game at that time on the NHL side. Then we go double barrel at 11 and 11-10. Avalanche and Nor'easter. Wolves and Capitals. Is there a team of the other 3? I know the Avalanche at 12 and 3. of the other three teams there, Nor'easter, Wolves, Capitals, is there one team of that three that needs a win in that 11 o'clock block more than the rest?
Well, it's got to be the team with one win, unfortunately, for the Connecticut
Yeah,
Nor'easter.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
Yeah, no, I do think you could make a case that the 11-10 though, like both teams kind of need a win. They've both been good. They've both had some really big wins, right? I mean, the Wolves knocked off the Seahawks. That doesn't happen by accident. Providence knocked off the Seahawks in overtime too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. So like both those teams have some really great wins. They just haven't been able to string them together, right? They've been hovering around 500. So I think that's a really important game. I think 4 points are on the table for there. But if you're talking about a team that just needs a win, right, like, or needs a goal even, the Connecticut Nor'easter scored 6 goals against Providence, and they've been scoreless in there two since. They have one today. I'd love to see them win that one. But I think 3 of those 4 teams need to win. The Avalanche, they've won 5 straight. They've been greedy. They're good. they could afford to drop one if they need to.
Well, speaking of the Avs, for those that are looking at this schedule and wondering how Neil Ravin did this, okay, they wanted it. They wanted to go back-to-back. So they are literally back-to-back on the NHL rank, 11 and then 1. Is there anything... I know we've talked about playoffs a lot last week, and it's early to talk about playoffs this week, but you look at playing 25 minutes ice cut, 25-minute ice cut, then you're in the new game, 25 ice cut, 25 ice cut. So you're really playing a regular game plus one more period. You could make the case, right? Obviously, the 5 minutes over for a showcase half makes it a little bit longer.
Am I dumb, or this is 50 plus 50, which is 100, and then a regular game is 60.
I get it, but just follow me for a second here, right? I know it's a 5-minute extended period. My point is, you're basically playing 4 periods in a row. You're almost playing a regular game plus one more period. I'm just follow me for a second here, okay? What I'm trying to say is,
do not shout.
This is so funny. You know how many times coaches text me, "Don't yell at me"?
I'm sure a lot.
once per week. So anyways, the point I'm trying to say is, when you get to the playoffs and there's the possibility that you get into a late single overtime or even a double overtime game, say you're the Avalanche, is this kind of a precursor for that? Playing 4 consecutive halves in a row. I know it's November versus April, but
yeah, I mean, look, they have the bodies to do it, right? They're one of the P teams with more depth than the others, right? So they have the bodies to do it. They can afford to do this, and I mean, I think they feel good about where they're at. All right, they've won 5 straight, and I mean, yeah, it's great conditioning. It's great. It's great to see what the guys will have. I mean, obviously, on paper, the first matchup is more favorable to them than the second. So when you're going into a second game like that against right now the number 1 team in the league by the numbers, like, that's a pretty good test for New Hampshire.
Yeah, and that's the only game at 1 o'clock. So once Jake does his pregame interview, he can break for lunch and enjoy the game at that point.
Yeah, that will be nice. Also, you did mention the early playoff predictions. The Wolves are mean to Jake right now.
Oh, at what level? Both?
No, we didn't talk really. No, I don't think the Wolves P show speaks enough English to get mad at me. That's not true. They're actually fantastic kids. But no, Zach Spakuza said you're an op right now to me, and like, that's worse than any girl has ever texted me in my entire life. That text ruined my life.
I'm sorry, and you could say I'm old. What? You're an op?
Yeah, like you're like opponent, opposition. Yeah.
Oh,
bad dude.
Just say enemy. Just say enemy.
Him, like, that little guy. That's me. That's me right now. Yeah, that's bad.
Well, I guess at least we know they're listening.
Dude, more people listen than I think we think.
Okay, fair enough.
I got a message from Keith Clements on the Seahawks P team, And like it was my line about Carson when I was like, all 12 forwards could chop their legs off and the Seahawks would still win games. And he was like, this is like Division I glaze right now.
Well, at 3-3-10, first it's Wolves Nor'easter, who actually just played yesterday, a 2-0 win for the Wolves down in Connecticut. Rematch literally 2 days later. And then Capitals versus Seahawks to wrap things up. So yes, it's 6 games. I think it goes by in the snap of a finger tomorrow. Obviously all Northeast games. And I guess still what jumps out to me in the standings, obviously you got the Express and Avalanche at the top, 25 and 24 points, respectively, each 15 games apiece. But while the Seahawks are third, they still have 3 games in hand. So when everything balances out, if they win all 3 of those games, they're potentially ahead of the Express. And obviously, looking ahead to the playoffs.
They have the tiebreaker against both those teams as of right this second.
Correct. And just looking ahead, 1 and 2 get a bye, while 3 plays 6 and 4 plays 5. And obviously,
that's going to be an unbelievable race.
Right now, and I'm not counting out the Wolves or Providence by any means, because they're just, you can make the case for the Wolves. They're 3 or 4 games behind Providence, probably 5 or 6. You would probably say 6 or 7, knowing you. But as the race unfolds, yes, whoever finishes in 3 and 4 probably enter the first round as favorites over the 5 and the 6, right? But as we've seen over the history of both divisions, really, when you have the opportunity to take a week off and have that bye, it's invaluable at that time of the year.
And,
March.
Who knows, right? Like, if the Wolves are in whatever position they're in, right? If they're not in that top 2, we know they've knocked off every single team above them.
Correct.
Right? Like, it doesn't matter for them, yeah. And then you got to
go to
Laconia
them
for game 2. You got to go to Laconia for game 2. Yeah, that's a 3-game series. Good luck.
Yes. Looking at things in the South, the Mid-Atlantic Conference, obviously a similar will be a great race to figure out the 1 and 2 seeds there. I do want to touch on for a second, because we've covered this in the past. If there ever was a sports book for the EHL, the game-by-game odds for the New Jersey Bears EHLP team to win or lose is literally a coin flip. I don't think I think they're literally pick 'em every time. They have some great wins. They have some losses. Like, you don't know what they're going to give you.
Yeah, I was talking about if we had an EHL sportsbook on the broadcast yesterday. I was like, we need to work this in.
It's probably not legal with the players that we have in our league, but especially because all I can think of is those 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers. Did you see that? What just came out? They were confirmed they're guilty, right?
Oh, okay.
The 2. You didn't follow this story throughout the summer? There were 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers who basically took a gift that if you threw a first pitch ball when they came in, this guy put money on them to throw a first pitch ball, and then they split the profit. So each pitcher made $7,000 for throwing a first pitch ball. You didn't see this?
That's like a drop in the pan for those guys.
I understand that, but it's 1 pitch. So 1 pitch, you make $7,000, right? So one of them threw a pitch to the moon. He literally threw it halfway up the backstop. He couldn't even try and hide it. Throw it, yank it just outside. This guy threw it literally off the screen behind home plate.
Another zip code.
So what I'm saying is, if we were to have that in our league, Jake, the dangerous part, because you could see a goalie just bolt out of the crease at some point for letting a goal up.
Yeah, no, these guys would get compromised real quick. I don't even want to talk. I'd be in the middle of it, dude.
I think you'd be in the center of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're excited, though, obviously, this one-day mini showcase in the EHLP in Walpole tomorrow. Jake and I are going to enjoy a double lunch here. I'll bring a sandwich, too. So then we could each have our own homemade lunch, and then we could have a second lunch. So
nice, good.
shifting over to the EHL, I need to start in the Central Division
I
because
got a feeling that's where you would start.
this game on Saturday was electric. It's not
What was
because of
the
the
final
score,
score,
dude.
Neil?
The final score was 7-6. Okay, no, I will. This is an argument that I've had with Justin for years. You don't lose 6-7. You lose 7-6.
Today, or
If you were on this, if you were on this call though, and you leave the first period, the score is 3-0. What happened in the second period?
dude,
This is Applecore, Rhode Island, for those who haven't looked at the scoreboard.
Yeah, picked up on that yet. I don't know. Like, there's a little bit of the Central Division that gives me like a Mid-Atlantic vibe to it. But obviously, like, dude, you talked about it. The Applecore are taking so many steps in the right direction. We even saw it at the showcase, right? Like losing 3-2 to the Seahawks and 3-2 to the Express. Now 6-7 to the Hockey Club Rhode Island. Like, fortunately for them, they're in the fourth, right? So like they're okay right now. But like they could have 6 more points, like, or they could have like 3 more points right now, or 5 more points right now, or for any number in that range. Like they could be like a little bit more in the mix. So I think it's just a good sign for them. Or obviously, Braden Galante, having him back is huge. Did a 6-7 Selly right in front of me at the Nor'easter game.
I saw that.
The name of this podcast, Justin, we know what it has to be, dude. And just to harp on it one more time, I am doing my pregame notes, trying to work those in, right? So like Express PK, 6 for their last 7 going into last night's game. Evan Guerin on the New Hampshire Avalanche, 6 points in his last 7 games going into last night. Like that is, like I'm brain rotted for sure.
Fair enough. For some reason, for me, when I'm watching this game, all I can think about is like what each coach is saying in their locker room after each period.
You gotta feel
great,
right.
So like
after the second, man.
Yeah, it's great. And like if you're in Rhode Island, you're like, all right, guys, you thought the game was over. Now it's not. They go win it in the third. And if you're in New York after the game, if you're Coach Fusco, it's like to the point that you just made. This 1-goal loss, the 2 to the Seahawks and the Express in the showcase, like flipping it around compared to the Express P, because the records are kind of flipped around, right? You take 1 or 2 of these 1-goal losses, and you just feel different if those are on the other side and you win. And I think they're right there, still on the verge of breaking through.
I know, and they had a lead in the game against the Nor'easter that they lost 6-4. Right, like they were playing better than them. Like they are so right there. I would not be worried if I'm.
Yeah. Obviously, Rhode Island's now won 8 straight games, so they've opened up a 12-point lead in the standings. So can't get comfortable because there's still a lot of season left, 34 games to play.
Look at their goals for, dude.
Yeah, 82. I mean, Anthony touched on this in his. Yeah, he touched on this in his short shifts. I mean, the 07 line that they have, if they can maintain this pace and retain them for years to come, I mean, they have a chance to make history. I mean, let's just be real, right? Like that, if Aiden Forcier can come back again and just maintain this pace, I mean, he is probably at this point, talking sportsbook, rookie of the year, the leading candidate for that award.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't know how you could say anything differently, right? So obviously, if the playoffs began today, their first round matchup would be with the Applecore. That would be electric. Capitals versus Nor'easter, who went to a shootout on Saturday night. I mean, that would be two very good matchups, obviously. So
yeah, I think you see 3 games out of both of them
for sure. So let's go Central to the North next.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, basically at the top of the league standings, but jockeying one on top of the other with each other in the North standings, the Wolves and the Avs.
Flashbacks to last year.
Oh, man. I mean, and every game that they play, obviously not against each other is important, but how, if you're not those two teams, do you not constantly just circle the next matchup with each other?
Oh, they do. They do. It matters so much to them. Like even like being at Avs Express last week, which was our game of the week. Like, Coach Drell was talking about playing the Wolves, and like what you can expect from them, and like it's ingrained in each of those guys. And I think like the Wolves, obviously, like those are like our two teams up there. Like I feel sometimes they feel like they're a little bit overlooked, and like they can't be right now. I mean, they're one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league. They have a lot of guys that are going right now, and I'm going to see them this Wednesday.
I think there's cases in sports a lot of times where people feel like a series before the finals determines the champion, and if you got ops now, Jake, I'm probably going to have ops from this next statement. People could make the case when this year plays out that if the North Division Finals is between the Wolves and the Avs, the winner of that series is going to win the championship. I know we're jumping really far ahead, but the way these two teams are playing, right now, to me, that they're 1-2 in the league. And I know that's a bold statement at this time of year, but
what do you think the New Jersey 87s think about that?
Listen, the 87s are going to see me in person here in 2 weeks here.
You're going to say
listen, I'll be an op then, okay? Because there are cases where people, I'm talking about, whoever wins this series is going to win the whole thing. Tough part for the Avs and Wolves is they could face each other before they even get to the regional finals, right? But it would be, if that was our series in Babson, that would be special.
Get a 4-man crew is all I'm going to say.
We have one. We have one. Should also touch on obviously the Wizards at 7-5-1, probably similar to the Bears. Dude.
I love the
They're
Wizards.
similar to the Bears B team, kind of a pick 'em too, right?
Yeah, I love the Wizards this year. I think they're destined for good stuff. I really do.
And Valley won 2 of 3 games last week, including a win over the Wolves. So starting to play better themselves. For the East Division, a frustrating week for the Seahawks. It begins with a 2-1 shootout loss where the goalie literally stands on his head. Nicholas Gould making 46 saves against them. And then you got to go up and face the Avs, who shut you out as well. And this Seahawks team, they can score.
They have no problem scoring, yeah.
But to go through a week where you only get 1 goal, for me yesterday, I was sitting back watching football. I'm sure for them, they were probably itching to get back out there on the ice.
Especially with how they are, yeah, for sure. That's probably the best culture I've seen in my 4 years in the league is this year's Seahawks team. But like, I don't want to say like I called this, but I was like, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna do what they did the first 9-10 games of the year all year long, right? Like, they did, even in the second half of the year when they had their surge, they lost a handful of games. Like, it's going to happen here and there, and they need to go through it a little bit. I mean, Coach Zanaboni, like, there have been a couple times he said, I want my team to get punched in the mouth a little bit. They kind of need it. And one of those games was back at the Philly Hockey Club, back at the October Showcase, and I think he probably thought this week was healthy for them in the long run. I mean, it's frustrating in the moment, but they're still doing a lot of the right things, playing hard. Like, that's the Seahawks way, and I mean, they're going to be just fine. But I mean, it does make it interesting now because all the games in hand that the Express have, that would eclipse that gap. They,
for sure,
they'll go 4-1, 3-1-1, whatever. Obviously, they haven't been the most consistent team like they were last year. But I think, now that there's a really good window there for the Express if they start, especially winning the matchups between those two teams.
For sure. Wrap it up in the South Division because our first intern power rankings have been released. And immediately when the list was coming out, I knew who was going to highlight it immediately. And that was PHC. Because when the list came out, there were 2 matchups to that point with the Bears, and they had won both of them.
Yes.
But then, who won the first game right after that? The Bears did. I think the Bears team, if you want to talk about someone that's been slept on a little bit as well, right? Because maybe similar to the Express EHLP, there isn't that like statement victory yet.
Absolutely.
But they're 10-4-2.
Yeah, I mean, points don't lie, right? But listen, like we've seen the way the Bears have, run out of the gate. This is their 3rd season now, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, like they've been the number one team out of the South Division both those years. So I think this is a little bit of a down start for them, right? But like they're still obviously in really good shape, and they're still obviously a really good team. But it's not completely undeserved. I love the Bears, but this is not a usual Bear start. They're still it's like they're still coming out of hibernation. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they may be releasing at some point here a third jersey. It is
excited about that.
It
All right,
is
Neil.
sick,
Let's just talk about this. Who do you think who's your favorite jersey in this league?
Do I remove bias? Like, gosh, no, I have to. No. Like, I guess there's so many different ways to look at this, right? Like, I grew up in Maine, right? So if I'm talking like Maine colors, it's Nor'easter.
Nor'easter, right?
Because those were my colors, like all my whole childhood, right? The white with the dark navy and like the baby blue, almost Carolina blue. I got like 4 of those jerseys downstairs and a Nor'easter one with my name on it. See, it's tough because like I have that, I have the Bears being a Bruins fan. So, do I have to pick one, Jake?
Yeah.
I have to pick one.
Yeah. It's America.
Oh, man. This is America, he says.
I'll help you out. Mine's PhD, for sure. When they have the Reds, now they're whites.
Yeah, it's one of the cleanest. I mean, I guess if I had to pick a single jersey this year, too, I love the Little Flyers orange this year.
Oh, me too, dude.
I don't know what it does for me, but when they rock that orange...
Here, the staff had some mixed reviews on that one. Like, we'll be honest about that. Some people love it on the EHL staff. Some people don't. You and I love them. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah. There's a lot of good jerseys this year. I will say that. There's a lot of good jerseys this year. So.
I mean, I think the Express had a big improvement, too. The Express Darks are great.
Yeah. So, well, on that note, we have to jump to fantasy because the person who's leading fantasy, they also have some good jerseys this year. We've touched on them already with the Apple Corps.
Now it's time for the EShow Fantasy Challenge. Follow along on the EHL app.
So out in front, leading fantasy right now, Justin Horatio. Have you met Justin yet, Jake? I know you went to Brewster.
I love Justin.
Last year.
I met him a couple times. Yeah, Brewster last year, then Brewster the year prior for playoffs.
And he'll be in Simsbury for us this year for the showcase.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic news. Justin's a great guy.
I have brought in the big guns for the scorekeepers for the December showcase. Sorry, the midseason snowdown.
Okay.
Justin is scorekeeping. Yes, Justin has one side, Mazzone has the other side.
And Mazzone's there tomorrow, right?
Yes, he is.
Oh, my goodness. I saw him yesterday, too.
But he's out in front. He's out in front. I should just share my screen. I haven't done this yet with our new Riverside platform here, Jake. Now that we're talking about fantasy, right? People should see what we see. I need your help with.
Okay.
You what?
I got a notification on my phone, and this was the backdrop when it happened. 6-7. This is actually this is not even planned.
You already mentioned Braden Galante, the month he's having so far. I have him too.
I love that Justin did it with home cooking too. I like that.
Yes, the key for his point total here is there's 3 shorthanded points, which equals six fantasy points. So, can you help me here, Josh? How do you pronounce the last name?
I don't
really?
know. Yeah, dude, I haven't called an Apple Court game yet. Travaglino, maybe?
Travaglino? Yeah. Finley Haggerty, half him out in front with 42.4 points. And then I kind of love this, back-to-back players, Aiden Dubé, who has himself 37, Mason Chabin, who has himself 36. Interesting for Dubé, though. He picked an 87, Steve.
Yeah.
He didn't go all Bears, right? And there is a Bears P defenseman. I got to find Ruggiero, who's having a decent month so far this year. So 8 points right there. Only would have been 2 more points over Jack Napieralski. Just something to make note of.
Just some discord amongst the players.
You see who's in 5th place.
Yeah, dude, I got a text from Colton Hollis last night after I fell asleep, so I woke up. It's like Mike Vasile knows puck. We have the same D. We didn't coordinate it at this time, but we do have the same D this month.
It's interesting, though, because you mentioned this Express P goaltending duo and Colton Hollis right here, back-to-back. Kieran Humphreys right here. I mean, 20.4 points so far for Colton, 17.8 for Kieran. I mean, that's leading the goaltender category. So
yeah, I mean, they're awesome. They're awesome goalies.
Great month so far. Other forwards that we should call out, a pair of Avalanche, Ben Carfora at the EHL level, 23 points. Ryan Doobie at the EHLP level, 20 points.
Yeah, I watched Ryan Doobie last night. Wow, that's unfair.
And then I think I mentioned this earlier with the Express EHL. When Ville scores, Express win. When Sviat scores, Express P win.
Yeah.
He has a few game winners this year in overtime, right?
2 OT ones, yeah.
So also call out Sam Strand, 15 points. Friedman from your Seahawks P team, 15 points. Nolan Quirk, 14 points. So obviously the thing that throws November off is that Thanksgiving break and only one game taking place at either level right after Thanksgiving. So get the points while you can before you break for the turkey.
The Express did a Thanksgiving game my first year in this league.
We did it, I think, 3 years.
So happy they don't do that anymore.
Are you like, speaking of like multiple meals, how many plates does Jake Basile eat on Thanksgiving?
Probably, yeah.
3, yeah, that's a good number. It's like an over under 2.5 line.
Yeah, I love Thanksgiving so much. It's my favorite.
Yeah. I'm excited for my kids this year for Thanksgiving. You haven't eaten a meal with Brady yet, who's only a year. He eats everything, Jake. Like everything. Did I send you the spaghetti picture? Dude, I mean, like, I don't know if this is how you eat.
I had the Clyde's wings.
Is this how you eat? Night. You had the Clyde's wings? You didn't text me about it?
I had the Clyde's wings last night, yeah.
You know what? Maybe we have to just order those to go.
Dude, they are so good.
This is Brady eating spaghetti.
Oh. Yeah, he's getting after it, dude.
Do you take your shirt off when you eat too, sometimes?
No.
You're cleaner than that?
Only if I'm like at the beach.
But yeah, obviously keep the holiday in mind here for those that are keeping an eye on fantasy, because there's really just over 2 weeks of games left. Like I said, there's one P game right after Thanksgiving that weekend, and then all of a sudden it's December, which is just kind of crazy.
Is it Express or no? I don't know.
No, I had this pulled up. It's on Sunday the 30th. It's Little Flyers Seals.
It's my what to watch for.
Yes. So, and there's, I think, 3 Seals that have been picked. So, get the points before then. Because there's plenty of games up until the Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. So,
yeah.
Including some games to watch for this week, as picked by the interns again. So let's get to that now and what to watch for.
And now here's what to watch for in the EHL and the EHLP.
First, for the EHL, you kind of helped nudge this one a little bit, I should say, Jake. Whenever these two teams get together, Rhode Island and Providence, it's always a battle. And you'll be there on Friday. It's a home-and-home series. Friday at Thayer, Saturday at Rhode Island Sports Center.
Because I'll be at Wizards Express at noon. That'll be over by 2:30, 2:45. Drive straight up to Thayer. Cover that one.
Yeah?
Or straight down?
Straight down, yes. If you went up,
how far is that, you think?
If you went up?
No. How far is like Bedford from Thayer?
Hold on, don't tell me, because I'm actually pretty good with geography.
Ooh, it's better than I thought, I'll tell you that.
It's probably a 47-minute ride.
Hour 22. That's a
What?
bad guess from you.
Okay.
And it's
Is
gonna
there
be
traffic?
traffic. I leave as well. I can't really see.
Wow.
That,
Okay. I guess I'm shocked that it's that far. But maybe when you're driving, it's 47 minutes.
I'm retired. I'm retired from speeding. It's over.
Whatever you say.
You hear that, Mom? She listens to the podcast. I'm retired from speeding. That was a one-time thing.
Does she actually listen?
Yeah, she listens.
Okay. She must love the clips then.
She loves it all. She loves the EShow.
Okay. Both games of the week are actually on Friday night. First for the EHL, that's 6 o'clock, Rhode Island and Providence. And then for the EHLP, Union and 87s, they've split the games so far against each other. Both one-goal games. I guess if you give an edge to one team over the other, the Union's win came in overtime, so the 87s collected one more point there. Rubber match, though. Who gets it, Jake?
I'll go Union. I like their year so far.
Okay. Those are the matchups to watch for this week. Obviously, we have the mini showcase in the EHLP as well. So if you're not like Jake and driving from Bedford to Providence South on Friday, so you can't make the games in person, as always, watch them on Flow Hockey. We'll talk to you next week, 1 week closer to Thanksgiving.
So,
Thanks for listening to the EShow, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network. Learn more about us at easternhockeyleague.org and follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. Also, be sure to subscribe and get notified when our next podcast episode is released.